Whenever I have the opportunity to make a character strong, like that's my thing, my go-to thing. And I found that, you know, as I get older, you know, where's the challenge? You know, why am I so scared of a woman who relies on her man for you know, for sustenance or for, you know, why was I so scared of a mother? You know, or of a woman that I considered not to have too much ambition. And then it pointed all at my own mother. And I was like, I love my mother, and I consider her one of the strongest women I know. Why am I scared of this? And then I sat down with Steve, and he's just such an artist. I like, you know, he's the kind of guy that sees things in dimensions. He sees things in a vibrant way that I haven't been exposed to in about maybe since my first movie, Girl Fight. And so for me, it was like an evolutionary thing. It was like, okay, so I've been doing this for 15 years, and I'm very comfortable in my little niche of making action movies. But I'm not gonna evolve here. There's no room to grow. And so a voice inside said, you're scared of it? Run towards it. She's a woman who's loyal and loves her man and loves her family. And I found it a challenge to try to play her because I didn't get her at first. And so I got to discover her through Steve and add some dimension in there wherever we could, and it's beautiful. He's the type of individual that would definitely love to push the uncomfortable to its limit. And he really loves that space, and he likes to explore it. And there's something special about the emergence that happens, you know, finding something new out of something old or something that seems very flat. And then all of a sudden, he's an artist, man. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It's very refreshing to work with a person who's actually passionate about people. They're all from different backgrounds. I mean, you'd never think, you know, in a logical sense or in a linear sense to put such different individuals together in one room. But I think the unifying factor for all of the characters, you know, Viola, Cynthia, Elizabeth, and myself, is the widow aspect of it. You know, the loss, and that journey of taking care, filling that void left by the husbands on your own. And that journey is like alchemy, you know? It's like it's discovering your own strength, discovering your own masculinity within yourself. And I think that that's beautiful, you know? I do believe that the children kind of create this survival thing that kicks in, a fire that you'll do anything for those little kids, you know? And so I think that that's where all of the fears are fought, is just knowing that this is her responsibility and there's absolutely no way that she's not gonna put food in their mouths and make sure that they're taken care of. We get on really, really great. I mean, I love every cast member. I love it's almost like we're more communal. Everything is, you know, we have an experience as a community instead of individual, you know, relationships and egos. And, you know, working with guys, I think, you know, it can get a lot moodier, I think, than working with girls, believe it or not. I enjoyed it. The whole experience is phenomenal. And having a director who's really in tune with both sides of who he is just spectacular. It's a balancing factor, you know. It's a guy who really loves to make art, and he's not scared of his own femininity, which is so like assertive and you know, it's like a real commanding presence he has. So you feel safe. Tension behind these women is more necessity than it is ego or power. And I think there's something to be said metaphorically about women and men and their difference in psychology just in general. Just looking at the history of mankind and just being like, all the wars and all the death, who did most of it, and compared that to the energy of the feminine and soft power. And I think that the whole movie's kind of like a political message to really understand the true equality between masculine and feminine, and to understand the true power of soft power. and what that really means.